boy, do I got a treat for you. Stay with me. Hi, thanks for joining me today on my channel as we take a look at an M1937 mess chest. Now, you might be wondering, why am I showing an M1937 mess chest on this particular series when it talks about deer camp? And generally speaking, we focus in the area of 1920s to 1930s for this kind of time period. Well, 1937, the U.S. wasn't involved in World War II yet. And a lot of people think that as soon as Germany invaded Poland, that's really the start of the war. But the war was ramping up way before then, if you paid attention in social studies class. And the materials in here, the items in here, are going to be unique to World War II. And it's going to fit our needs for deer camp very well of the 1920s and 1930s. Why? You might be asking yourself, why? Why is that? That seems kind of odd. Because in the 1920s and 1930s, in the camp world and the outdoor world, the big thing to take on outings was enameled ware items. Now, if you paid attention to my video on the Stanley thermos, which you should totally check that out if you haven't checked it out yet, because it's really cool. But if you paid attention to the Stanley thermos video, I talked about enamelware in there as well. Enamelware is really good for outdoor use because it has insulated properties. So if you are cooking something hot, let's use coffee as an example, or hot cocoa, or tea, whatever. If you put something hot in a tin cup, or an aluminum cup, or a steel cup, the conductivity of the heat could scald you. It could burn you even before you start drinking the liquid. The enamelware is going to help protect you from getting burnt or getting scalded. And it works really, really well. Now, it came with some trade-offs because, especially, deer camp, it's really cold, winter, right? If you pour something super hot, like boiling hot, into a cold enamelware bowl, maybe it's soup or a cup, if it's coffee or another beverage, then it can have a tendency to crack and chip. Extreme temperatures that shift because of the shrinking and the expansion whenever you have hot and cold, it can create issues with enamelware. But it was still really popular. It was, even if it gets chipped, it's still considered better than being scalded by an aluminum cup or steel cup or tin cup. And the enamelware protected against rust, which is really nice, right? So why, during World War II, were we still using enamelware items? Well, that's a funny story. Because in the 1930s, in the original 1937 mess chest, officers ate off of aluminum ware. So everything that was in here was exactly the same, but it was made from aluminum. When World War II hit and the United States got involved in 1941, rationing became an issue. We put all of our metals, copper, aluminum to make planes, various other metals, into the war effort. So a lot of things that you saw that used to be made out of aluminum, or a higher cost, kind of a higher end item, suddenly got restricted only for use for military. And then we reverted back to using other things, like enamelware. If enamelware worked really well in the 1920s, certainly it would work really well over in Europe during the war. Now the problem is that adds a lot of weight. That's an awful lot of weight for these chests. Okay? So during World War II, they used enamelware officers' kits. After World War II, they went back to aluminum. So if you ever find a mess chest that has enamelware in it, or maybe bits and pieces of enamelware, guaranteed that those pieces were only used during World War II. Which is kind of a cool thing. Now, why I went looking for this is kind of a fluke, because in truth, I was looking for civilian enamelware. And I was looking for a set. That way they all match, you know, and it would suit the needs of deer camp, which is a group outing, generally speaking. You'd have a group of people that came together. And Horace Kephart, in his book, talks about how to outfit a camp. And one of those things that he talks about is having, well, a mess box. And you would have a cook box. Now, you've probably already watched my one video about my personals box, but with the camp, you'd also have to have your cook gear. And what better way than to come back from a nice cold day of sitting in a blind or in a deer stand, and you get to prepare a meal, get to sit around a fire, or get to sit around a table with your friends on some nice enamelware, right? So let's take a look what's inside the box. But before we do, if you found this video useful, if you like what you've seen so far, and you think there's some value in it, please go ahead and click the like button. I'd really appreciate it. That way others get notified. This will show up on their suggested videos because of you and your help. So if you liked it, please click like. I appreciate it. Thanks. Okay, so this particular mess chest, which weighs an abysmal ton, was made, let's see, by WWII Incorporated. And May 4th, 1945 is when the stamp, well, at least that's the date that's on the stamp, from the Quartermaster's Department. It's made of wood, but it's made out of plywood, and it's got a leather binding, metal furniture, things like that. And it's old. It's coming apart. I think it's probably stored in somebody's barn or outbuilding, or maybe up in the attic. It has a lot of water damage. And I know that this one was used in Europe because of the provenance that I was given by the owner. Which is completely unimportant to this video specifically. So I'm just going to nix that, and I'll put the information on my webpage. So if you're really interested in knowing about the provenance and the history of this, then I'll put it on there for you to enjoy. If you like me, if you like the details. But the mess chest is outfitted in a way and with items to give officers a nice dining set. Officers throughout all of human history always tend to fare a little bit better than the enlisted. Okay, so you're enlisted, they're eating stuff and getting in a line, and they're getting stuff slopped on their cook kits or mess kits, and they might even be cooking on the cook kits, mess kits. But the officers, they're going to have people that cook for them, and generally, and a camp that's set behind the lines when they can, and this is what they're going to eat off of. This top portion is used for silverware, and your bottom portion has all your other dining implements. If we open this up, I've got two really cool pieces that did not come with this mess chest. To try to complete this mess chest, I found these two items. They are the salt and pepper shakers. And they're weighted, which is really cool. Made out of aluminum, and they have shields that have been etched on them. I don't know if this was trench art or if this was done back here in the United States, but it's really cool. Again, if you want to see more pictures of that, it's going to be on my webpage. And it has some really nice, really nice silverware. And this one's stamped U.S. Navy, and it's made by Oneida, which is even today a really nice utensil company. And fork. This one's just marked US. And this one is made by Silco. And this is a mixed bag, if you will. This is a spoon by Silco, and it has the U.S. Navy stamp on it as well. So there, and it's the strap, the leather strap that kept this up is broke, so I got to replace that. But so there's that. Now, where are all the utensils? You got a nice platter. Something you'll notice about everything that comes out of here from here on out. It is going to be enamelware. Comes with 2 longer oval bowls. It comes with 8 coffee cups. I'm not going to pull them all out. Well, I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 soup bowls. And 8 plates. It also has a coffee pot that this is cleaned up considerably from when I got it. Originally, it had a bunch of black on it from where it was really cooked on a fire. But in practice, they would not have used that to cook on. They would have cooked their coffee or beverages on a separate pot, and then they would have distributed it in these pots to then be used for at the dinner table for the dinner set. And it has a sugar bowl. I want to thank you again for joining me today on my channel to check out this 1937 Officer's Mess chest, which is used during the World War II. Just real quick, if you're new to my channel and you haven't subscribed yet, if you like this stuff, you like artifacts, antiques, and history in general, then I urge you to subscribe to the channel and help us get to 1,000 subscribers. When we get up to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to have a channel giveaway. And the winner is going to get a handmade mallet. This is a chisel mallet, but often called a beetle. It's going to get a reproduction 6-inch ruler. So if you're new to my channel, I did a lot of Civil War videos, and this goes back to my Civil War writing kit. So check out that video if you haven't checked it out yet. And a FID, which I did a video on the use of that. So again, subscribe if you like this stuff. Hang out with us for a while and see where this adventure goes, and check out my other videos. But if it's not for you, I appreciate the visit. If you come back, I'll have a video next Sunday. Hope you guys have a wonderful week. Give a kiss and hug to your loved ones, and take care.